Hey yo, this Trey Rich. We tapped in with Conversations Elevated.
Head tonight without you tripping, without you bitching. I don't know what got you acting different. But you been dissing, posting shit and act like you ain't dissing. Bitch, who you dissing? If it ain't me, then this another nigga. Go fuck that nigga. So why you playing with me like you?
Yo, it's your boy JoJo with Conversations Elevated, and I got your boy Trev with me. It's so hard to get this nigga in the room. I'm telling you.
He full of shit. Don't believe that.
Hey, for real though. But look, so check this out though. I wanted to get you in the room because I had a lot of questions that shit. I think everybody want to know. The world want to know. People that's not from here that live in the city. First question is, what was it like growing up in Park Hill? Because I done heard stories about Park Hill, like good and bad.
Well, it was both. You know what I'm saying? I feel like anywhere you put, a bunch of, because Park Hill was all minority growing up. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like, especially the Park Hill where we was at. You got the greater Park Hill, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? When you go further up, but where we grew up at, it was us. You know what I'm saying? Them is some of the friendships I established growing up in Park Hill that I still got to this day. So it was the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of before all the sticks and switches and shit. So we banging blocks.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it was like, I talk about some of that stuff in my music, but we was fighting people, other people in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, this is before the Bloods and, you know what I'm saying, the Crips and all of that
before
stuff.
That stuff established.
This was more like, I'm from this block, you from that block. Either we locked in, you know what I'm saying, or we ain't locked in. But it was just like growing up in any other quote unquote trenches. You know what I'm saying? That's what people want to say. That's what it was like. But I hear stories of people who grew up in Park Hill and the East Side before me, and that sound like even more of the trenches. So I guess our shit was kind of cool, you know what I'm saying, compared to everybody else's. But, a lot of people don't know, or they do, that Park Hill is predominantly blood niggas. You know what I'm saying? So you growing up around that type of shit. I know people on the East Side grew up around the Crips. You know what I'm saying? You kind of, that starts, you a product of your environment. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I chose my own path on was kind of just like never being from one of those, you know what I'm saying, one of the gangs, you know what I'm saying? I got homies on both sides. Right. I got Crip homies, I got Blood homies, I got homies from every walk of life, you know what I'm saying? So
Did
it was
they
just
influence
like,
you? Yeah. Was it like an easy influence? Because like, I know that could be easy influence. Like,
it is easy influence because it's like, I'm already hanging out with you niggas every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, let us put you on here. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was like, I got family members who went through that. You know what I'm saying? One of my cousin who passed away, Bryson, he was one of the, you know what I'm saying, hardest blood niggas walking. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, everybody got a different path. You feel me? And I seen that early. So like, even when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, like the music shit, and you know what I'm saying, like it wasn't about fighting and it wasn't about all of that shit for me. It was just more about, how can I get out of my situation? I want to go get some money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to do this music. I want to go get some money. I want to go get on, you know what I'm saying? I want the women I want. Like, I seen that early. You feel me? So like that was kind of the past, but it was like, it ain't no knock to the niggas who did, you know what I'm saying? It was still my niggas. I got niggas from, like I said, from every set that I'm like locked in with, that I'm cool with, you know what I'm saying? And now that we older, I feel like it's more about just the bonds that you got with the person versus, you know what I'm saying, the bond that I got with, all the extras and all the other shit.
What age? You said it started early. Like, a lot of people start young, but what was the age that started you that wanted to make you want to be like, damn, lights, camera, action, I want the money, I want the cars?
I feel like there was a point where I was like, I wanted to walk the path. Like I said, one of my older cousins, I got a couple older cousins, I got family members who, you know what I'm saying, really about that shit when it comes to that, blood shit, Crips, whatever.
Right.
And it's just like, once my cousin, you know what I'm saying, got killed, and then he got killed on some shit that had nothing to do with gangbanging.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it was just like some wrong place, wrong time type shit. What came out, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, once that happened, I'm just like, bro, I gotta find something different.
Yeah,
you know
gotta
what I'm saying? I gotta find
something
something different.
The streets.
Yeah, straight up.
Sometimes the streets will chase you, man. It'll bring you. You can run from it, and it'll still be like, you can be famous. You can go wherever you want to go, and you'll still have your friends that you real close to. Them they still in the streets.
Yeah, for sure.
They'll bring you back in. You like, fuck. Damn.
Yeah, and it's just like I said, bro. Like, I knew who I was very, very early. You know what I'm saying? Very young. So with me understanding that and losing something that was so close to me, You know what I'm saying? It was just like nobody had no answers, nobody had no word. Like we didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Speechless.
Yeah, so it was just like at that point, I didn't want to go to all the, you know what I'm saying, us fighting y'all, our family fighting y'all family at Hallett, and you know what I'm saying, we getting it in with y'all. Like I was like, man, what's the point?
That is.
You know what I'm saying? Because now my cousin gone, one of my best friends is gone, his son ain't got no dad. You know what I'm saying? Like life got real for me real early. So after that, it was just kind of like, I got to get some money so I can get my family, you know what I'm saying, to where they need to be.
So when you did go get that money, when you did, quote unquote, have some type of contract with like Cash Money or something like that?
Yeah, that was way later. You know what I'm saying?
I want you to go ahead and describe that for me. I want you to, can you like give me a little insight on that? Like, how did that work out? Did they reach out to you? Who was it? Like, can you give me a little bit of something? Maybe
yeah, for sure. We were sitting in the spot. You know what I'm saying? We were sitting in the spot, and me and my older brother, he was just like, we was playing music. And he's just like, man, like I could hear Bird talking at the end of this song. You know what I'm saying? Right hand to God, he said that. And like we had no ties with Cash Money. We got like none of that. But we had a couple people in Miami who was like, we factors out here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They was like, y'all just need to make a trip. So we ended up making a trip. And we went and got a studio at the Hit Factory. And us not even knowing that was at the time, that was like the Cash Money home base. Was the Hit Factory in Miami. Yeah.
Ooh,
so
shit.
He's like, oh, you want to talk to Bird? You want me Bird? Like, the niggas probably in a couple studios over here. And, you know, at the time, this is like Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Wayne and Bird kind of going through their little shit, you know what I'm saying? So, but Wayne is there. Like, this was the home base for them niggas. And we got to a point where one of the niggas, he was like, I'm a factor, bro. He was like, you know, you make shit right for me, I'll make shit right for real. And I'm like, all right, bet. So he like, yo, I made it happen. And I'm like, what you mean you made it happen? You know what I'm saying? And he like, Bird about to come over here. He wants you to play 2 songs. So I'm like, all right, bet. So Bird come in there. And, you know, like at this point, a nigga like, you gotta remove all nervousness out your, cause you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, I grew up on Cash Money type shit. So,
but I think, man, that was a very inspirational thing.
Yeah, for real. And it's like a dream come true, but at the same time, it's like, this nigga gotta like my shit first. Right. You feel me? So it's like, okay, we got the nigga in the room. He's sitting where you sit. I'm sitting at the computer. He like, play some shit. So I play a couple songs. He's like, play a couple more. We ended up playing like 6-7 songs, you know what I'm saying? And before he's like, hey man, put some of his shit on the flash drive so I could, you know, go rock with it. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, but that was it. You know what I'm saying? And nigga shook my hand. He was like, what's up? Nice to meet you. You know what I'm saying? And kept it pushing. And at the time, this is when they kind of like getting Jacquees right. Right. So Bird had his hands full with, you know what I'm saying? Jacquees, they in the studio next door type shit. Yeah. So before we leave, you know, I just kept working. I'm just like, that was what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like the niggas, he told me to play 2 and I ended up playing way more. So maybe he didn't like my shit. Yeah. So before we left, the engineer came back in there and he's like, you know, Scott, he's a dope ass engineer at the Hit Factory. He's like, I think Bird really like your shit. You know what I'm saying? And then quiet as kept, they like, yo, you got the studio for the rest of the week. Bird really fuck with you. Shit. So make some shit. You know what I'm saying? Damn. So I get the studio the rest of the week when that week is up. And at this point, like, I'm with niggas who got a bag, but me personally, I don't got no bag. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nigga, we staying in these hotels. Like, we get Ubers to places. Like, you know what I'm saying? But my niggas, they like, nigga, we gonna make sure everything good. Like, don't worry about that shit. So at the end of the week, Bird, like, meet me at the Clearport. You know, he was showing off a little bit. So so we go to the Clearport, you know what I'm saying? They need my ID. They need a copy of my ID and all of that shit. So they got the contract set up. And then we go straight to, when he get done with what he got going on, they fly us to New York. And you know what I'm saying? The rest was pretty much history after that. But yeah, it was like so fast. You know what I'm saying? It was so fast. And then at the same time, my brother, like me, just being an artist, I'm like, this is the situation I've been waiting for, and I'm set up finally. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, sign, I'm ready. My brother's like, nigga. Yeah. Hey, bro. He's like, I respect what y'all got going on, but we got to let our lawyers look at this shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So once they let the lawyers look at it, it was probably like 2 months, and then we finally like inked everything, got everything situated. But like, I know a lot of niggas have just certain perspective of what happened with my deal is totally different. Right. You know what I'm saying? Than what actually happened. Okay. So I signed with them as a record label. Okay. I don't sign management with them and I don't sign publishing with them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas like, he signed as a songwriter and blah, blah, this and that. That comes later in the journey.
That makes
you feel
sense.
me?
Okay.
But it was like I only signed with them as an artist and they was my record label. You feel me? So like with them not having management of me and not having publishing of me, I was just like, I didn't take no money up front.
Right.
You feel me? Like, I'm like, Bird, like, I just need your cosign. I need you to say this is what's going to happen.
That's
you know
smart.
what I'm saying? And then we're going to go.
That's
because at the time, I'm like I said, I'm with a couple niggas who got a couple dollars. So they like, nigga, we can make the money part happen. We just need this nigga to cosign the whole move and what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I feel like it was like, I laughed about this shit today because it was like the day I signed, I feel like the day after that, the ship just started sinking.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Wayne shit and the Bird and they like going at it. But I stayed out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Bird Studios right next to Wayne Studio in the Hit Factory. Yeah. So I stayed out of that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, nigga, I'm here to work. I'll get that. And that's when I did to make a long story short album. So we did that. I did that whole album in the Hit Factory in a week in Miami. He's like, we need something that we can push.
Y'all need something.
You know what I'm saying? So we did that whole album. And then I came back home. Bird called the radio station like, yeah, we about to push Tread, blah, blah, this and that. And it was just like too much other factors going into what was going on with Cash Money as a label. Like it had nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas like, damn, what happened with the Cash Money deal? I'm like, shit, I don't know what the fuck happened with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I go do Summer Jam and they had a rep from Republic at Summer Jam. You know what I'm saying? And she's like trying to find me. And I'm like, what you trying to find me for? Right. And she finally finds me at Summer Jam and she's like, hi, I'm your new rep. And I'm like, what the fuck? Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you work for Republic. She was like, yeah, we took over kind of like a couple of the day-to-days and a couple of the contracts that Cash Money had. So I'm not even knowing what the fuck is going on with my future, bro. Yeah. At the time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just pushing my line type shit. So when I finally like, me and Bird, we ain't got no issues. Me and all the niggas I met through that situation, we ain't got no issues. But they finally was like, all right, nigga, we got to let this nigga go because this is not what he signed up for type shit. So that was probably 3 years later. And after that, it was like immediately I started working with, that's when I got into the songwriting shit. I
was finna go there with you. I was finna ask you how many songs have you written for like mainstream artists though? Cause like I didn't heard through the grapevine. You done wrote for some people. Some famous, it
been a lot of shit,
top tier people.
Yeah. I would say like a misconception about songwriting is that a nigga is just going in there writing everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like there's certain songs that I will say, nigga, my pen is 100% of this song. Yeah. But then when it comes to somebody like you talking about those big artists, you know what I'm saying? I done worked with the Schoolboy Q's, I done worked with the G-Eazys, you know what I'm saying? I done been in, we got a song with G-Eazy and ESTG, we got a song with G-Eazy and Lotto, and it's just like, nigga, they real artists. Yeah, you feel me? So it's like it's more input. Like you come up with some dope shit, they come up with some shit, y'all put it together. It's not just like I'm in here penning the whole shit for, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, how would I even talk about this nigga's personal life and his personal relationship? I don't know that shit. Right. You feel me? So it's like, it's more like co-writing, collabing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a ghostwriter. Right. You feel me? I'm a songwriter. I get my credit on the songs that I write on. You know what I'm saying? And other than that, we split everything how it should be. Right. If I wrote more on the song than G, I get more percentage than G on that song, and he ain't tripping. Right. You know what I'm saying? He's like, nigga, this is a smash. You know what I'm saying? Like you get what you want, I get what I want. Because at the end of the day, a lot of songwriters they be trying to take anything, and it's like, bro, if you wrote fucking 50% of this song, then you need to fight for yours. Yeah. If you wrote 100% of this song, you need to fight for yours because at the end of the day, the nigga who you writing for, he's about to go do shows. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's on tour. He's with your shit, and he gonna get paid every time. Yeah. You gonna get paid every time. So like, you gotta fight for your splits. And like a lot of new songwriters, they just be like, we just happy to be a part of this shit. You're gonna be broke forever. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like streaming already don't pay, so you might as well give what the fuck you can when you writing for all these niggas. So that's like was kind of like my shit with the songwriting is I didn't go in there like, I'm thankful to be here. I walk into them sessions like, nigga, I'm here for a reason. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, they put me in this motherfucker, so we got to go crazy. You feel me? And when they first asked me to do songwriting, I was like, fuck no. Right. Oh, God. Like, my manager now, his name, Matt McNeil. At the time, he was head A&R at one of the head A&Rs at Dreamville. So he's like, you know, I think you so dope, but you ain't got no sound. Like, he was like, you so versatile. You want to sing on shit. You want to rap on shit. He was like, we can't just put you in a box. I think that's great for songwriting. I'm like, I'm not giving niggas my shit. Like, that was my first, you know what I'm saying? So then, like, probably, it probably took me like 3 months to be like, all right, bro, I'll come out there. You know what I'm saying? And then when I came out there, I feel like that was like a whole nother start over. You feel me? Like, when it came to rap at the time, I'm like, I'm a senior, nigga. Yeah. I'm trying to graduate. You get to songwrite. You a freshman again, nigga. Don't nobody give a fuck about what you did in your artist career. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They like, how can you help me out?
Right.
How can you help me out? But me being a songwriter, you know what I'm saying? That kind of showed me the difference in artists and songwriting when you introduce yourself to these big artists.
Okay.
Because when you introduce yourself to a big artist and you like, hey, bro, I rap.
Right.
They look at you like you trying to take something away from you. You want my time, you want my money, you want a feature, you want this. But when you introduce yourself as a songwriter, they look at you like you're trying to add to what they got going on.
Exactly.
So they treat you a little different.
Opportunity.
Yeah. They like, okay, we can make some shit, but it's about me.
Right.
It ain't about this nigga coming up acting like it's about him.
Approach.
Exactly, bro. So that's kind of like how I just started doing that shit. But it's a balance, bro. Like, you get money. If you busting your moves in rap, you getting your money. If you busting your move as a songwriter, you getting your money. I just don't want artists to be like, Trey, I'm getting a little check over there at songwriting. I want to switch my whole schema because it's not, no, hell no.
It's not like that.
Nah, it ain't. It ain't.
They be psyching themselves out,
yeah, it's not like that, bro. Like, whatever you do, you got to spend some money to make some money.
Yeah, for sure.
Whether that's songwriting or, you know what I'm saying, rap shit. You got to spend some money to make some money. So that's kind of like.
That's in the industry.
Period. That's life, nigga.
Yeah.
It's life, period.
Shit.
I feel like people just be like, nigga, I got that shit. And like, one thing that, you know, I had to like pull myself back on, because anybody be like, nigga, Trev, where you rank yourself? Nigga, I'm going to say number one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not because nothing I've done. Yeah. That's because that's how you supposed to feel about yourself to be successful.
For sure.
So nigga be like, where you rank yourself? Nigga, I'm number one. Nigga, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Hey, be my brother.
Yeah.
Type shit.
I meant
that. I don't give a fuck what that nigga doing this shit. I'm number one. Yeah. And I'm sharing all his shit at the same time that I'm saying I'm still number one.
You got to.
You feel me? Like, you got to, bro.
But how do you feel about that? How you feel about the world being like, AP, Trev, because I ain't gonna lie, last year, 2023.
Yeah, 23.
You were the face of Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
And I watched that shit.
Yeah.
Like, your face was on everywhere, every platform. When they won their first championship in the world's history, your face card was everywhere. Even before then, you were supporting before it even happened. So like, how you feel about that being like you on that stage and doing a lot of stuff that you didn't really do before?
I feel like that's like connections. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there was a point in time when, you know what I'm saying, the Nuggets came to me and they just like, bro, we want you to do something for us. We can't really pay you a lot right now. We going through COVID. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it was always about the opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I would have been like, hell no, I ain't doing that shit because y'all ain't got my bag. You know what I'm saying? Then I would have possibly missed out on being the face of the playoff run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I take every opportunity that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? If it's an opportunity that makes sense, I did the halftime show when we wasn't playing nobody, when we wasn't great. I did the halftime show, you know what I'm saying? When we was good, when we was playing a team I liked. But it was like every opportunity, same with Summer Jam. Summer Jam would come to me like, hey, bro, we can pay this much, blah, blah, this and that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it was always about the opportunity. I get to do what I love to do in front of motherfuckers, and I might, if I get one fan, cool. If I get 1,000, cool. If I get 10,000, even better. You know what I'm saying? But it was always about seizing the opportunity. So when they came with the playoff run, it just made sense because I had done so much work with them prior to that. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of shit going outside of my music in 2023. Yeah. You feel me? So when somebody be like, hey, Trey, we dropping this list or something like that, and we putting you 4th, 5th, I'm like, of course I want to be number one, nigga, but I wasn't really focused on how I should have been focused. Like, that shit, every time that shit just makes me go focus. I'm not measuring up with nobody else on it. It's like I don't even see nobody else's name on the list. I see Trev Rich at number 8
right now.
and I'm like, what the fuck do y'all mean?
You gotta feel that way. You gotta feel that way. Like, in the game like that, bro, you gotta just feel that way, because who's your best fan? Yourself.
Yeah, straight up.
You feel me?
You got to. Yeah. And I realized that, like, if you ain't pumping your shit, why would another motherfucker pump your shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, your fans are people like you.
Yeah.
So if I'm the type of artist to where I drop a song and I promote it for one day, my fans are going to be like me.
Yeah.
They're going to see my song dropped and they're going to listen to it for one day. Nigga, and they're going to go on to some other shit. You feel me?
Gotta go on with life.
Yeah. So like your fans is usually like-minded people like yourself.
Yeah.
And once people realize that, it's going to be easier for you to target your audience because they're like you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I think I seen LaRussell talking about this even more in depth, but it makes so much sense. Like, I know what I like, and if I like my music, then my fans are gonna like what I like, type shit.
Oh yeah. So speaking through the grapevine, I'm actually on one of your broadcast channels you don't know nothing about.
Bro, that shit's so weird because I don't know who's in the channel.
Bruh.
It just tells you how many people's in the channel.
I was like, let me be nosy because shit, I do plan on, getting an interview with this man soon. So I wanted to be kind of nosy on what you had going on. So like for the last couple of days, I just been tuned in. What you got in the stew, G?
Bro,
what you got?
I don't think there's a couple days that I go without making new music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of just for me to be peaceful, for me to, you know what I'm saying, have my sanity, I gotta create. I realize that. Yeah. I'm not great at what I do after I create the music. Okay. That's the part I'm trying to figure out. Okay. But creating the music, I stay doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like just people I was talking to outside of, in Denver, outside of Denver, just in the music industry, they like our biggest problem is we think all of our followers are our fans.
And they're not.
You know what I'm saying? And they're not. So if we got fucking 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers, all of these motherfuckers ain't your fans. So it's like, right now my focus has been building a community of my actual fans, which is why I started the broadcast channel.
Tough.
You know what I'm saying? So I get to see like, okay, this many people's actually fucking with me. If I drop something, I'll make you pay for it. This many people's actually fucking with me. This how many people's buying merch. Not this how many people is liking my fucking reel or my story or my post and commenting on my post, because anybody can do that. Right. You can have a motherfucker we see on Mile High Minute, nigga. There be motherfuckers on there like, fuck you, Brent. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not his fans. Right. They just know this is this is what's going on. This is the hub or something right now. Yeah. So it's like me taking away from, you know what I'm saying, like just what everything looks like. It looks like you got a lot of support because you have a lot of followers. It looks like you have a lot of support because you're getting a lot of views on your reels, to where I'm just going down to the bone and just saying, okay, these are the actual people who fuck with me. Right. Now you gotta focus on that. Now I'm focusing on building that. If I build that up and that matches my follower account, then we somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
reach one, teach one.
Right. Because a nigga, you know how it go. A nigga will go to your page and be like, oh, they got such and such followers. They got a little motion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When it's like the motherfuckers who I be seeing that don't have a lot of followers, or, you know what I'm saying, a nigga got 5,000 followers and getting fucking 1,500 likes on his shit. That's crazy. That fucking, that's the type of ratio you want. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do I tap back into and just figure out what my actual fans want from me, and then give them that. And then build on that. You know what I'm saying? Especially with me starting to use new platforms and shit. Like, it ain't just Apple Music and Spotify. You know what I'm saying? I just dropped on this shit called Even, and I just wanted to see how it worked. You feel me? So that's like a direct way, like I said, for an artist to, you know what I'm saying, talk to his fans, his actual fans. Yeah. And then you go on there and they could pay what they want for your project. They could pay what they want for your single. So it's like, it'll show you like how different it is if you got motherfuckers paying for your single. If they pay $1, nigga, that's more than you gonna get on a stream.
That is true though.
You feel me? So it's like, now they got these like different apps and different shit. So I'm just trying, like, my whole 2024 is gonna be dedicated to like giving my fans, actual fans, what they want. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But new music that. always got fucking new music.
You got any new artists you want to work with? Anybody that's popping that you want to drop down on, work with? It's a lot of new artists in the city. Bro, you got out-of-state artists, you got new in-state artists, you got people that's your nephews, nowadays. Everybody want to rap who you want to work with.
And this is the funny part, because it's like, I'm at that point to where it's like, I still make myself go harder. You feel me? So it's like, I want to make myself go hard to where people be like, who's your dream collabs, right? And I really don't like, right now I don't have a bunch of dream collabs. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to go so hard in what I do that the right people be like, we want to work with you.
That does make sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to make moments. I feel like a lot of artists right now are making moments.
Yeah.
Because they're like, okay, you got a song with this big motherfucker and this big motherfucker, and it's a moment, everybody's going to talk about it, but then the song be ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to make classic music
that's going to last forever.
No matter if it's an artist from Denver or it's a motherfucking big ass artist outside somewhere else. I just want to make good ass music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I got one song that I was working on and it's like me and my nigga and we got Sauce Walker on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, they like, okay, he got some fucking features and all of that shit. But I'm like, nigga, we're not just going to fucking rap on this and put this song out. If this is not going to be a great fucking song, it's gotta be perfect. And I'm just going to have a fucking Sauce Walker feature in the cut. And the nigga went crazy on it. Not even saying it's him, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? If it's just not a great song all the way around, I'm just gonna have that feature in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the point of putting that shit out and promoting it? And I don't believe in the shit. So it's like I'm at the point where it's like if it's an artist that's fucking going crazy, and I'm seeing them go crazy, we gonna link. We gonna cross paths. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna make sense. But I just don't want to be one of those artists who's like, okay, this nigga got some heat in the city, go jump on his shit. Okay, this nigga got some more heat in the city, go jump on his shit. Because I feel like them niggas be like, I don't really got that shit myself no more. So I'm just jumping on everybody else's wave to stay relevant. Yeah. And it's like, I'm not at that point where I need to do that. Right now, I'm trying to make the best music I can make. And if I hear a fucking somebody like, oh man, they would sound crazy on this motherfucker, I'm coming to get you.
Yeah, for sure. You got to.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? But like dream features and all of that shit, like, bro, I don't have none of those type of collabs, you mind? Like, if I get to a point where I'm working with a fucking Kanye West or something like that, I'm just know that I did what the fuck I had to do to get to that point.
To perfect that.
That's it.
For sure. Yeah. So basically 2024 is working on me.
That's
working on me.
Before the cameras came on, we were talking about, you know.
You did.
Sometimes you gotta step on them.
You do. You got to. You got to, bro. Yes, sir. I like that. But if you had to sign another deal, though, do you have a dream?
Like label?
Yeah. Do you got a dream label? None? Or you want your own shit? Yeah. You want to... Yeah. Like, if you're gonna be the face of Denver, Colorado, I think you should definitely have your own record label so you can really put the city. I know you've been putting your city on. Don't get me wrong, because I ain't gonna lie to you. When I moved down here, the first person I heard of that was down, like, when I came to visit 2017, I heard Trev Rich. Never seen him. And this was just mean people. They mention your name. You know what I mean? I was just like, okay. You know, then 2000. Moved down here 2019. I seen you. I think it was Dorchester, maybe. I think Dorchester when that was open around that time. Never met you. I was like, all right, Trev. I heard the name, but I heard things already about you. Like, good thing. I didn't hear nothing bad, no crazy shit, but I did hear shit about you. So I was like putting shit together. And like, after all these years, I never knew that I actually get to meet you. But then when I got to meet you, I was like, okay, that shit, I see you in the club. Like, before I even knew y'all, as we would see each other, I think when a real nigga meet a real nigga, you gonna shake his hand. When I met him, I didn't even know who the fuck you was. Everybody was telling who you was, and I was like, damn. So like, you want to do that now? Like, I feel like at that point in time where you at now, I feel like you need to get like a record label to like really like just merge, because ain't nobody. We still need. This ain't my city, but I love it. But we still need some merging going on, bro. We gotta merge this city. You want to know why? You want to pop it off? Crazy.
The only reason why I haven't, because I like between us. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not fucking between us, but because it's gonna be everywhere. But I've worked on paperwork for a label. You know what I'm saying? I've worked on getting my LLC and doing all of that shit for a label, and then it was just like I can't see myself doing to other artists what's been done to me. You feel me? Yeah. So it's like when it's time for me to do the record label and it's time for me to sign artists and really go crazy, they're gonna know that, nigga, when I sign with Trev, I'm gonna get the machine that the labels, the big labels, give to their artists. That makes sense. You feel me? And the only reason that I haven't is because I'm building the machine.
Still building.
So until I build that machine to be like, okay, this nigga's hot or this shorty's hot or this, and I could just funnel them through the machine, I'm not gonna waste no artist time because I know how that shit goes.
Yeah.
When you sign with me, nigga, I want to put enough bread in your pocket to you where you don't have to do dumb shit to get money.
Right.
To where you like, nigga, okay, I got enough to pay my bills. I got enough to take care of my whatever I need to take care of and stay in the studio.
Right.
That's what I want to do for artists. There's no point in me signing an artist and being like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Like I really fuck with your shit. That means I'm just a fan of you.
Right.
If I'm not signing you and putting you in a position to better your career, nigga, then I'm not a label. I'm just a fan of a nigga who's trying to put another nigga in a headlock so he don't go nowhere else.
Right.
So until I get to that point where I have the machine, there ain't gonna be no label. But when niggas know, okay, this nigga done came out with his label name, he done dropped this shit, this nigga's ready to put some artists on.
Okay.
Because that's what I want to do. I don't want it to be no bullshit. Like, I want niggas to look at this and be like, that nigga, Trev, like, going back to what you said, I never asked to be the face of this shit.
But it's okay to be the
No, I'm just saying. I never asked for that because all I did was press my line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. So I never asked to be the face of whatever the fuck. It was just like this nigga pressing his line. And all I ever try to do is press my line, make good music, and show niggas that actually nigga from Denver is a stand-up nigga, a reputable nigga. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
So when it's time for me to do that, like, I want to be like how, nigga, there was a point in time where you couldn't fucking, nobody even heard about you in Atlanta if they didn't hear about you through Gucci. True. There was a point in time of that happening, and Gucci changed a lot of niggas' lives that way. You know what I'm saying? So like when I get to that point to where it's like I can change a bunch of motherfuckers' lives, then we gonna drop the label. But until then, I'm not gonna waste no artist's time, and I'm gonna just keep building this machine the way I know how to do it.
Okay. What's your favorite artist of all time besides yourself? I know you would say some cocky shit like, oh yeah, I'm my favorite artist. Because I would say some shit like that. But like, besides you though, like, what was your inspiration? Like, what was your rap artist inspiration? Like, big dogs or minor dogs, it don't even matter. Like, name some shit that maybe I ain't never heard of.
Bro.
What you grew up on?
Okay. So basically,
what you grew up to like though?
I never knew why I like music. You feel me? Like, never knew that shit. Okay. Then, long story short, my mom's dad, I find out that he was a musician. The nigga, like, toured the world with Jimi Hendrix. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I've never met this nigga in my entire life.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? When it was time for me to meet him, he passed away. Okay. So, like, I never knew why I liked music. I never knew why I was, like, you know what I'm saying, wanted to be, so attached to music. And why my family was, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like, this was my grandfather's dream type shit. And I never met him before. Yeah. So, like, when I grew up, like, it didn't matter who it was. Like, music always made me feel something. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have a favorite artist. I had favorite genres, like R&B, rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can probably name more R&B songs than rap songs, bro, on some G shit. You feel me? So it's like, that was like, just to fit, it was a way for me to escape shit. Mm-hmm. And I always had that question, like, why do I love music so much? And does everybody love music the way I love music? You know what I'm saying? So it was like, that was like my biggest thing is like, bro, wide spectrum of music. It didn't matter if it was fucking pop music, if it was like, you know what I'm saying? We grew up in the fucking radio era. Right. So we had to wait for, you know what I'm saying? Like,
wait for it to come out.
Wait for that shit to come on the radio to be like, oh, this shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the internet and, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we the generation that got to see all of that shit. Right. You feel me? We had the radio first, and then we got the LimeWire, the internet where we were downloading shit. So it's like music has always been a big point, you know what I'm saying, part of me. But I would say, like, just shit that I listen to, you know what I'm saying, probably my R&B. 2 favorite albums to just rerun, you know what I'm saying, would probably be Get Rich or Die Trying and fucking Victory Lap. Them would probably be my 2 favorite albums to just sit there and be like, I ain't heard that in a while, and I could just put that shit on and let it, you know what I'm saying? Like, them is probably my 2 favorite, top 2.
That's lit. All right. Bet. You think the Nuggets gonna win this year?
I fucking hope so, dude.
Hell not,
I hope so, bro.
I was playing Nuggets, I hope. Yeah, okay.
But the thing is, like, I hope they do go back.
No, they will, bro. I believe in them, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. At first, last year, I was like, but then when they won, I was like, damn, they gonna win another one. Yeah,
but I hope they go back, and I hope that the Nuggets give somebody else an opportunity to be a part of another championship run.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, what we did was super dope, and I had a great time doing it. But I would want another up and coming artist to feel how that felt. You know what I'm saying? Like in every one of my situations, it don't matter what it was, bro. I try to look out for a younger artist. When I did the halftime show for the first time, nigga, I took Rachel Bailey with me. You know what I'm saying? When I did Summer Jam, I took Savvy with me. Okay. You feel me? So it's like anytime I can be like, bro, and I like once I get in good with them, I try to make suggestions to be like, yo, you should. You know what I'm saying? This is like on the lowest of keys. This ain't nothing that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody else I just got to broadcast because it doesn't matter. Right. You feel me? And especially if it don't go through. Right. It don't matter. And if it go through, y'all don't even got to tell them that I'll put it, you know what I'm saying? I just want other artists to experience it because this plate is big enough for everybody to eat off of. And once everybody realizes that, niggas going to be more like, hey, who sounds good on this record? Oh, you know, I don't really know that nigga like that, but this nigga sound good. Yeah. But now it's like everybody is headlocking every opportunity because it feels like it's the last one. Right. Once we realize these opportunities is just gonna come and come and come over and just, over and over. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be willing to be like, get that nigga something, give her something. And that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way this shit is gonna build. I'm not saying everybody gotta fuck with everybody, but the niggas you fuck with, put them on something. Facts. That's it. That's it.
It's your boy JoJo with Conversations Elevated. I want to thank Trav Rich for coming to the show.
Appreciate you, my boy.
You feel me? And I would like to know what new song you got coming out for this month, because I know you got some shit to drop soon.
I'm going single crazy, bro. I'm going single crazy probably, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably drop 3-4 singles within the next couple months and just see what people like. You know what I'm saying? So my first single I'm dropping is called Head First. Okay. And like I said, I'm testing out that new platform, which is dope because it's like, every artist should, you know, work on this platform. It's called Even. So, you know what I'm saying? That money goes straight to you. Right. You know what I'm saying? They buy it, they stream it, all of that, and it's way more different. It's different, but I'm still going to drop on all platforms. So I'm going to drop on all platforms. It's called Head First, January 12th. That's going to be the first single of this year. And then after that, we just going to pick up steam and keep it rolling.
All right, y'all heard what he said, January 12th, man. Y'all check out his new single, man. Headshot, man. All right, y'all, we go home. We out of here. Energy to deal with your little attitude. So can a nigga get some head tonight without you tripping, without you bitching? I don't know what got you acting different, but you been dissing, posting shit and act like you ain't dissing. Bitch, who you dissing if it ain't me, then this enough.